Okay.
Welcome back. We just left our investigators, the four of them surrounding the young street urchin Kip, who had the curved knife that Finch has just sort of secreted, and then they're being surrounded by 6 bystanders outside the British Museum.
Did he just secrete the knife?
He did.
It is technically correct what use of the word.
Yes.
But it's not. Anyway.
Yeah.
I fall to my knees and just grab Kit like with a wholehearted hug,
Right.
and hug him and say, Septimus, it's all right, Septimus. Poor little boy, that man won't hit you anymore. And just I'm there sort of weeping and hugging him.
Okay.
Wow.
Is this genuine emotion or?
Oh, yeah,
totally?
totally. No, I've
not
completely lost it. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Can I ask a question?
He's hugging a street urchin. I think that pretty much gives away the.
Quick question.
the
How do
nearest one.
all the cool friends that Septimus, Kip's made with all the nut sellers,
Yep.
how are they feeling about the fact that somebody's falling down, hugging him, and
So
crying
they
with him in the street?
all start coming around you. There are 3 women and 3 men.
Cool.
They look. I mean, 2
Sorry.
Once you've had a look at them,
Are we passing them along? Or?
they are.
Look at them.
That's super cool. Oh, they look.
They basically are like they walk in, making sure that there's no way for the 4 of you to sort of slip past them. Obviously, Septimus is cuddling, hugging Kip, so there's no worry there. But the rest of you, because you moved and put the knife away, you'd just undone his trousers and you were talking to him. So you're in quite a tight clump around Kip, and they're in a relatively tight clump around you.
Quick question.
Yep.
Do I notice this?
No, this was all happening at that moment that the large bully was being sent on his way.
Quick,
Yeah.
But is that so? The larger crowd is kind of
They pretty much, when he kind of started to back away, that was like, oh, show's over, and they were coming in.
Do I notice them coming in? That's sorry.
Give me a spot hidden.
No.
Asked and answered. So you hear, would you like to come with us? I think we need to have some things to discuss.
All right, love, where do you suggest?
Well, there's an alcove that's normally deserted in the museum.
Lead on.
We all hear
Come on,
this.
Kip.
I stand up.
Come on, sir.
I hold Kip's hand.
Yep. So one of the women grabs Kip's other hand, and the 3 of you are walking. Yeah.
Kip's now emotionally confused and crying.
No,
why everything come out?
Kip's looking around, and he looks a little bit at you. You can sort of see him looking around. I got it, I did. That's all right, Kip. That's all right. Come on.
I asked one of them just to check that we're not being followed.
Yep. So they. It looks like they
Why are we following
have
these people?
a sort of a. They will give me a psychology roll.
I'm totally happy with.
These people stole the knife from a police station.
No,
You
we don't.
stole back.
We don't know.
Like,
that.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
35, my psychology is pretty high. Where are we? Oh, no, 31. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're not like disturbed. You're not sort of, there's no gut feeling of flee happening. Does anyone else want to give me a psychology roll?
Yeah,
Sure.
me too. Yeah. Oh,
90.
71.
Yay, I trust these people with my life.
Well,
8.
Hey!
Oh, psychology of 40. So that
there you
is
go, yeah.
over
That's
25%.
That is
that's
extreme success.
That's an extreme success.
You know what?
Yep.
You should
At this
tick that
moment,
box.
I kind of look at everyone and I see their souls.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So you notice that.
This person here has had a really bad childhood, and I look at the next person. I notice that
Yeah, you see.
has some like
you see their
size
past.
issues,
Yeah.
and he grows
Yeah.
a large beard because he has a large shin underneath him. And I look at the next. I break down everything, and then I think, what?
Let him speak.
You notice that this group, they're not aggressive, they're not sinister, they are composed and determined, but in a kind of a calm.
Yeah, it certainly feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We don't feel like we're being led to our
No,
doom.
they basically surrounded you and then said, you best come with us, and then said, this is where we'd like you to come to.
Yeah.
So they haven't forced or aggressed. The only thing that's happened is, the woman's taken Kip's hand.
Can I
Yeah.
be really smart and say?
I'm just saying, they nicked a knife. And then we're just walking with them.
I think
To a dark alley.
No. Into the
It's cool.
Into the British Museum.
Can I-
Yeah.
into the
just-
museum, it's not, and
Yeah.
they didn't nick the knife. We don't know
No,
that.
you nicked the knife.
Can I
Yeah,
be
off
really
a child who
presumptuous?
stole it.
Can I
Who's
be
a
really
character?
presumptuous and say, so how close are you to catching him then?
Ooh, when we get there.
When
Are
we're
we there?
inside. When we're
Okay,
inside.
good, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, we
In we
arrive
go.
inside.
Yeah. So in you go.
Is this the order of the nut sellers? I hope this is the order of the nut.
No, the nutty ones.
Can you give me a spot hidden, everybody, please?
Succeed.
Do you know what? I've marked this off so many times. It'd be nice if
Yeah.
we could level.
Yeah, we should.
It's the same day.
That's an
man.
extreme
It's the same-
success.
Okay, cool.
for me.
You notice Nigel
I'm so
walking
proud.
towards the front entrance as you all enter, and you see him spot you,
Oh,
and he
Oh.
turns.
No,
and he
yell
walks
his name.
away.
Yell his name.
Oh, Nigel! Oh!
no, I'm
No.
Scurrying footsteps.
I yell out, Nigel!
Nigel.
Nigel! Nigel!
No, no. Too soon.
One of the other ladies puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "We won't be needing Nigel's assistance. Useful though he is."
Oh, it's a word I've not heard used in his
Oh,
description.
Yeah.
Do not underestimate Nigel. He will be useful to many people for many years.
Oh, I highly doubt
Oh.
that. I highly doubt that.
He will always be unappreciated except by those who have true foresight. Now, step in here.
That's not you. He's not actually talking about you. He's talking about everybody else.
If you'd like to see other titles, including
Nigel.
I like it.
Nigel gets unappreciated. 1, 2, 3, 7, 25.
I love it. It's like, you're going to be the asshole that ruins everything.
Everything.
Like everyone else would be great, but your character, no.
You can't even say library.
Yes.
Library.
He should have
I-
stayed in the museum.
I hate to
museum.
I hate
No,
to
no.
point this out, but the webcam is pointed at your desk.
Again.
No, it's not. You're very confused.
Purely on
You have
purpose.
I'm
seen
sure
nothing.
you can make it. You can make it. No one will see it. Oh, lovely.
Ah.
Oh, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're actually talking about.
I love that we didn't notice that. For
I think
like
you've just
20
changed
minutes.
changed it over.
No, I haven't. See, it was just a. Sorry.
People won't wind back to check the facts.
And we're back, but you know.
Yay.
Thank you for
Oh,
joining us
wow.
after
Oh,
that
and
slight
it's just-
technical hitch.
Oh.
Sorry, that was just to fix Derek's hair and my.
My hair.
Derek,
Can
fixed
you
my
spot
hair.
the difference?
Oh dear.
I was in a meeting with my boss once, and he picked up a comb that was left on the meeting room table, and he said, "Is this yours?" And I'm like,
dude. I love that you
Abuse,
innocently
abuse,
just threaded
abuse.
Ben with a knife.
Yeah.
Is this
I love
yours?
it. I love it.
And I took the comb and I shoved it in his abdomen.
jugular.
Just like this.
Anyway, he's
No,
not my
Derek,
boss
Derek.
anymore.
No.
Actually, he's not
I
alive.
moved on from that job. I'm not sure what happened to them. We shan't miss it.
Let's just say I can't go back to Vancouver. Derek.
That was an incriminating hit.
Anyway.
So-
much love.
They shuffle you into the alcove, which is the opposite side of the alcove that you met with Nigel earlier this morning.
Also, is this the one with the knife?
When you first met this morning at the British Museum, that was on the opposite side of the entranceway.
All right.
Apologies.
So you're all in there. So there's 10 adults and this child, and you get in there, and they don't seem to have sort of a hierarchy. They seem to be one talks and the other talks, and they let them talk, and there's no talking over. It's kind of like a
We start off
communal leadership thing. And so one of them steps forward and says, "So, what brings you all here then?"
You.
What? No, I think the knife that you got brings us here, doesn't it? If you don't mind, sir.
Well, actually, I think we
Well, as you probably
deserve to give us some information
as you
first.
okay, sir. As you've probably realised, it's not the real knife.
Yes.
It's one that the police took, which is a replica of
Yes,
the one
of
that
the
has
real
been
one that got
committing
stolen.
the murders. No, No, because the murders have been happening for months.
Yes.
We are somewhat familiar with the murders.
Why?
Well, perhaps you'd like to start, and then maybe we'll add in any gaps that we can find.
Well, we know, and you see nods from the others, we know the people who've been affected by these murders, and we know that strange things have been happening in the streets of London. The fog has been thicker than the fog was before, and there have been patches of darkness that have come down, and these things, this Whitechapel murderer, Leather Apron, whatever his name is, they've been happening when those things have been happening. And some of us, some of the other sellers, they've been acting awful peculiar. And these things, these curved blades have been turning up. So when that one was taken, which isn't one of the, which we don't think is one of the ones that's done the crimes, when that was taken, we asked Kippy if he could take it back.
Yeah, that sounds very peculiar.
Well, it's nothing, it's, what's the word they use? What's the word they use? I think it's a red herring, though. It's a red herring. It's one of them things that's not part of the actual solution that leads those stupid coffers up on some red herring chase not to solve the crime. And now they've got no idea, no clue at all.
So now they're off looking for another red herring of this blade.
The blade is the instrument of the thing that's doing the killing.
At this
And
point,
we
I'm just
are
like,
interested in catching the thing, not the thing that it's used. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the blade, now you touched the blade. What happened when you picked that blade up?
Nothing.
What happened before when you touched something that had something to do with these crimes?
I licked the blood.
I had images in my brain.
We've all had dreams, in fact, in the night, disturbing dreams with peculiar insights into the incidents even before we'd heard about them in the media.
Well, welcome to the club.
Oh.
Oh.
So that knife's got nothing to do with nothing. It's not one of the things connected to these things, because you know, as well as we do.
Who dreamt about Mary Jane? Has anyone else here dreamt about Mary Jane?
No, we had one dream each, and that was early.
Wait, is Mary Jane a euphemism?
Most recent one.
Okay,
The
cool.
one who died last night.
My one.
Okay, cool.
It's not a Murray.
Oh, you so no. I dreamed about Caffeinettos.
Ah.
Are you meaning to tell me that every individual here has had an individual dream that doesn't overlap with anyone else's dream?
Well, who else dreamed about Caffeinettos? You know, who had the kidney.
I can't remember.
Taken out.
It's been two
I'm Annie.
adventures
That was
ago.
your sickness.
It's in
Yes,
your.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So I saw.
Oh, you did?
I saw her, and you know, I think you, Jill, you saw Liz Stride, didn't you? Along Liz. Yep. So there's kind of names that you know and recognise.
Annie Chapman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't remember.
I was
what
Annie
mine
Chapman.
No, I was Annie
Yeah.
Chapman.
Yeah.
Oh.
So hang on, so it's only him who had a dream. This lovely lady. who-
Only me, who's
You dreamed about
Mary
the
Jane.
most recent murder.
This morning.
Perhaps there's someone else out there who shares your experience.
Well, there was more of us, and as we've been asking some questions, there, you know, some people have gone missing. Now I'm no mucher, but I heard a scream on one of those nights, and I went out and I saw it, and there was blood everywhere, and there was that knife, and it was lying there on the ground. And I picked it up, and I had horrific visions. It was like I saw me doing what had been done, and it wasn't me who'd done it.
And what happened to the knife?
I dropped it and ran. But I'm sure from the other dreams the others have told me about that knife's the same knife that's done this, and it's got these weird wiggles and markings on it. Now I didn't read much, me, but it's got some strange symbols on it.
Like this, and then I look at this one. The markings are on here.
No, those are they're amateur.
Didn't you see some markings on the knife when you had a vision when you licked the blood?
Lick the blood.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What were you thinking?
My cousin's a copper, and he brought us in, and
Oh, are you related to Davis, are you?
yeah. And
I thought you wanted to keep that on the quiet.
he's been having a bunch up about this, and he gave us access to some of the letters that.
Ooh.
that
What, the ones in
this-
the paper?
Yeah.
And you lick one?
Yeah. He's a
Like
right
more
nutter.
than one, actually.
And some of them were genuine and some of them weren't. Is that right?
That's correct. Some of them were fake, or at least they had no imprint on them of any imagery.
Well,
Can I?
strange things are happening, so I can't criticise your method, but
I
I wouldn't be licking no blood from him or whatever he is or whatever it is.
We have a theory is that some spiritual being is passing from person to person and committing these crimes. It's not actually one individual, hence the different font types and linguistic techniques utilized in the communications with the press.
It's one theory. It's not.
Crikey.
It's not one that you. It's not one that you agree with.
Well, there's definitely more than one. There's a whole group of them.
Yes.
See,
We
that-
know that.
that makes a bit
we've
more
got
sense.
we've got some tabs on them. Well, we don't know if they're how do we say it? We don't know if they're the one doing the crimes, doing the murders, but they're, what would you call them? Oh, you look like a someone who's been on the stage, so they
Yes.
kind of look like a fan club.
Oh, like a cult.
Or
Common
you
beliefs.
could call that, yeah. They're like a
Appreciation Society.
Oh, you mean like a fan of the mood? Or
yeah, like
Yeah.
they've started, like that's one of their things there. That's one of theirs. They're kind of, they've started carrying around these curved
Oh.
blades, and they're.
But is there a mysticism attached to it?
Well, none of us have been able to get close, you see.
But you say something about the fog.
Yeah, well, have you noticed how thick the fog's been? And have you ever been walking in the fog, and then all of a sudden, it presses in on you, and you feel like you're in a different place, and you just get the willies, and like someone walked over your grave. Have you had that?
I don't
Well,
go
I
out
think
at night, actually.
everyone. Oh, okay. Well, most people have, I'd say.
Yeah, look, it's just the most peculiar feeling, and then it goes. But it's like something's.
But how do you connect that to the murders? Like it's the fog.
Well, the fog and the murders seem to be connected because the fog on at the end of the week, I don't know if you've noticed, and I don't know what causes it. Some people are saying it's industry, and that's just silly. That that at the end of the working week, the fogs are really thick, and therefore by Friday night and Saturday night, the fog's like at its thickest, and then on Sunday there's no work, and the fog tends to. Actually, it sounds a bit more realistic now. Thins out on a Sunday, and then Monday it starts to build up again. Maybe something in there. Anyway, on a
I
Friday,
like that they're like, our whole theory has been broken when we actually said it out loud. Damn it.
No. There's no break-in. On a Friday night, the fog's at its thickest, and Friday and Saturday night is when all these murders have occurred.
Well, maybe that's just their preference. Maybe that's just what they like
Well,
to do, and it just happens to be that the
Well, I think it's because they can hide in the fog and they can make their way away. I mean, there's a couple of those
But
murders.
that's
Also,
not
how many-
mysticism. That's just
How many people are out?
convenience.
How many people are out and about on Friday and Saturday, Sunday night compared to the week?
Well,
I'm speaking to
The ladies of
The
the night.
bloody-
it's our busiest night of
Yes.
nights of the week, certainly. So it's when he's
they've all been paid.
When
They've all
he's-
just finished their working week. They want to get, they want to let off some steam.
Drink some gin.
so to speak.
yeah.
So nothing you've said has anything magical or mystical about it.
Except
Well,
for
no.
a thing.
Other than these Chris knives, is there anything? Is there any way that they dress that's similar? Is there any other?
Well, yeah, they've started wearing these silly long cloaks and bloody top hats. haven't
Hang on,
they?
hang on.
So
When
you've
when
seen
you
these?
see these people,
I was about to say, they
Have
have
you not
these
seen
matching robes.
No.
Why didn't we start with this?
Well,
And in the corner there was a dragon.
you've seen these people.
well, they're all around. Haven't you seen the ones wearing the long coats and the
I've
top
seen
hats?
people
Have
with
you
long
seen them?
coats and top hats. I
Exactly.
haven't seen them as a fan club
Well,
to
you've
Jack
got
the
to
Ripper.
know, I think I might say that you are new to this business of having had some kind of weird connection to the murders.
Yes.
Some of us have had them for several weeks.
Might you illustrate or show us a photograph of one of these people so we might recognise them if we come into them in the future?
No, not really, because they look like you and I, but they're all dressed sillily. They all have those silly knives.
They
So
look
at the
like-
moment, you could be, if we put you in a top hat and a long coat,
Oh, my
you would
goodness
fit
me.
right in.
Would
What did I
I?
just say?
Hang on.
Would
There's,
I?
there's,
Oh.
a, there's a current theory going around about my good friend here.
I was about
It's
to
not
say,
far from the truth.
I love that you're like, you know, these people with the long hats and top hats and long coats. It's just like thinking about London in the
In the
winter,
fog.
in the fog. Doesn't everybody have long hats?
So it
and-
could,
Well,
so
no,
it
'cause
could be
you've
anyone
got-
here,
you've
is
got
what you're
to know
saying.
what you're looking for, because they've got like a look about them.
It's Friday today, right? In game.
No, it's. She was. When was she? Oh.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was this morning still. I think.
Theories are
This is
incoherent
later
at
in
the
the day.
best.
Hang on.
You seem to be going round and round in
Everybody
circles
was
and not getting
found
anywhere.
10:45 a.m.
Not a
this
clear deductive
morning.
process.
How
on the
messy.
Friday morning, so
How
it's still
dare it be so
Friday.
messy.
Still Friday.
So she was murdered Friday morning. She was found.
So it's Friday. It's Friday. So
It's
this
Friday,
is this
yeah.
is the night of the fog.
Yeah, the fog will be thickest tonight.
Well, it sounds
Well,
like we can go
What
out in the
season?
fog.
What
Let's-
season is it?
Yeah.
November, so
Quite cold.
Yeah.
What's the weather
So fogs and top hats are kind of.
Yeah.
Do you
So
Practical.
so literally, I am dressed. Exactly.
You're not. You're probably not. So
He's an actuary. He actually.
yeah, no. Your coat's probably too proper. Because
Too
you
proper
remember,
for
remember
what?
some of you in your dreams saw that the it was like a
Oh.
shabbily well dressed. So it was kind of a long
Like me.
coat and a top hat.
That's
But
right.
it wasn't a proper. No one said it was a gentleman. They said they were well dressed, and others said shabby. So it's kind of, it's like a uniform. It's not a coal.
Can we?
You know, they're not like masons, but they all wear the same length coat. They all wear the top hat. Now it's not a good top hat, not like the kind you'd wear, sir.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
you know, it's one of those little crumpled ones a bit. You know, like that silly bloomin' Dickens chap has us wearing in the books.
Can we put together a similar costume by just going on and borrowing
Yes.
old
Oh.
friends Murray?
Are
Old
you
friends money?
suggesting we go undercover?
Well,
Costume?
I thought that you might be good at that.
Sounds very theatrical.
Well, now, and see, this is where your
Montage.
coming along is most interesting, because the reason, sir, that we wanted Kip to get the knife back was so we could do the very thing.
Aha. It seems like we have a natural person here who could do it. Me! Because I am the best.
I was waiting for that.
I'm by far the
Well-
best actor and I look the best in a top hat.
This seems like very ill-advised.
Oh, ill-advised is what I'm about, lassie. Don't get nowhere if you're not brave. Don't
I've-
have the gumption for it yourself, I understand, since you're just a little lady.
I certainly, you know, associate the words ill-advised with your character. My good man.
Oh, thank you.
As it so happens, we happen to have a couple more of the knives, the fake ones that these people have started carrying around, because apprehended's the wrong word. We have come across some suspects, and we may have taken the law into our own hands.
Oh, good.
And
Just like I did, too.
well, what would you say?
You nearly shot a guy.
Oh, well, we've made them advise them most strongly to leave town.
Did you interview them?
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
did
And look, they haven't given much away, but
What did they say?
they're coming. It's time. They will be reunited. Weird stuff.
Did they have
and
any-
then they had this mumbling going on. And you, Jill, you saw that graffiti, didn't you? That Cafrinettos, you know,
Seriously?
the graffiti about
The Jew?
Yeah, the Jews were. Now, the funny thing about that was when we, because Jill was nearby, and there was more writing underneath, and no one mentioned that, and the coppers came along and they wiped that bit off, and then another copper came along and he wiped the other bit off. But there was a bit before that, but it made no sense. It was just letters. It was like yog and sog and shog and dog and who knows? Well, who puts that kind of thing?
Yogs off. Yeah.
Who puts that kind of thing on, and shub and nig and what? Just silly.
Do we have,
Can you all give me Cthulhu Mythos rolls, please?
If we had
Players.
any.
Well, then you're gonna.
We can't level. What do we
Oh,
have?
players. No, he said
The
players.
players.
Yeah, I failed.
My Call of Cthulhu mythos is 0.
Nope.
I understood
No,
all
no,
that.
no, that's not true.
And now
I gave
I'm-
you one each because of your dreams.
Oh, right.
21.
I have nothing. No.
All right.
No, I gave you one.
Here we
Because of your
go.
dream.
Let's roll
You
a
all
1.
have one. You have to roll a 1.
Roll 1. Ready?
There's a 1 in 100 chance.
Did we?
Yeah, I think I gave you a.
Oh!
No.
I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Oh, jogging memory.
you feel it. You're reaching.
I rolled a 9.
You're reaching.
I rolled a
reaching.
9. That's
You grasping
hilarious.
space.
Okay.
Just
What?
grasping air.
I
all gave you a 1, so if you haven't marked it, mark it. For your dream, because your dream connected you.
Yeah, I just did. I'm happy not I'm happy not to have any more, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
What you don't want.
Happy for no more Cthulhu mythos.
Okay.
Less is more.
I would like to go back to the police station. Can I do that? Actually, the first thing I
Maybe
want
could
to do.
you communicate why you want to go back to the police station? Police
Yeah,
station?
not, you can't,
maybe
you can't just leave the
not
meeting.
walk
I
out.
don't think
won't
it's.
happen.
I don't think people are going to be too happy about it. But
Or just tell
can
us.
anybody give me? Can anybody here source for me some laudanum?
Oh, laudanum's easy to come by. yeah.
You probably have some on you.
Yeah, laudanum's easy.
So I can get some of that.
Easy. On the way.
Are you making a bomb?
Well,
No, laudanum's a
Opium.
yeah, opiate. Yeah.
yeah.
You're going to get high.
Dulls your senses. Not yours, but someone's.
I want
Wait,
to.
you want it here as a player or as a character?
I want to.
Wait, was that in
I'm really
character or?
confused.
So I want to go back to the police station,
Okay.
pick up that letter, dose myself with some laudanum.
Hello.
And
Where are
commune.
you going?
Okay. All right. So are you gonna?
Hey, did anyone
walk out
notice
mid-
that-
Are you walking out mid-meeting?
No, I'm
Okay.
asking for laudanum and how to get
Well,
it.
there's a hansom cab just waiting your beck and
Yes,
call
that's
out
true.
the front.
Yeah.
Who's owned
Well, actually, around the corner.
by this guy?
You know the best thing?
So anyway, look, my plan, and I know you might think it's ill-advised, but we're at the point where we've lost 5 of our folk. So I don't know that.
What's your group called?
We don't have a name.
I am really upset at this. Don't have a name?
We've
have
got
a name.
more important things to do.
We
than
are
think
the
of names.
Order
No,
of
don't
Red-
name
So-
them stupid. Don't name them
the
stupid.
Red
I-
Rose.
No,
Order of
sorry,
the Red Rose.
we have to stop this criminal. Whoever he is, whatever he is, we're stopping the criminal. That's not. Names aren't important. That's the kind of thing that, forgive me, sir, the toffs and the upper classes think about. We don't need a name. We just need results, mate.
And as you say this, I'm walking to the museum shop
Okay.
and buying pins for everyone.
Okay. So,
So we know who we are.
Ah.
And they can find and identify all of us.
Yes.
yeah. Well, there it is. That's what I look at.
We should have a password, perhaps.
So we have 3 knives and 3. Well, you reckon you can get some outfits, do you?
Oh yes, absolutely. I can go get my
Okay,
costume
all
here.
right. Well, so what we're looking for a member of this whatever you want to call it,
Cult.
this cult, who's we don't know why they want to join. Well, I mean, who would want to celebrate that kind of hideous atrocity?
Yes, indeed.
So what we're looking for is we're looking for someone who, because we've had no luck in talking, they've told us nothing. We want one who's weak and will tell us something. So we want to find that out.
Oh, some of us can be very persuasive.
Oh, God.
Quick question. What
Didn't know that was loaded.
What's on at the museum at this time? What's the exhibit?
mostly.
Things we stole from the Greeks. And
I was
the...
gonna say,
The plundering of civilizations from Greece and Egypt and Assyria.
Starting to bring stuff back from Aztec now.
Yeah. Cool. So at that moment there is a tap on the door.
Oh, did we have a
Nigel.
door?
Yeah. So you're in an alcove with the door,
Oh, nice. Come in.
Look,
and Nigel comes in.
yes,
Yes.
that's fine. Yes, good. Which is
One more time.
yes.
Nigel comes in, and he says that we've got to come with him because the knife in the cabinet downstairs is back in place.
Yes, just arrived. Suddenly.
I'm
It's hilarious.
So when he went back, when he was walking out before, he was actually coming out to tell you guys that
Outside.
the knife that had gone missing was back.
What are you doing in here?
What?
Why are these people here?
Is
Where?
that to me, sir?
Yes.
Nigel, come on, you remember me.
It's very dark in here.
You deciphered the Rosetta Stone for me one day.
Shh. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Bill.
Professor.
Bill, yes,
Bill.
of course. How are you going? How's the children?
Oh, look, well, you know, with the things that is happening, not as good as they could be, but we're hoping to put a stop to them with these three fine gentlemen and their lady companion.
Yes, of course.
Can
Well,
I-
you must come around before Christmas.
Can I?
Yes,
Fifth week.
love that.
Welcome
Can
to
I-
Please
can
come
I
this
come
way.
woman?
You must hurry.
Can I come in and I knock on the door? So we're the Order of the Lion. That was what. And I got
Please,
these pins.
hurry.
That's all they
Hurry.
And I go like this. So I hand a pin to every single person that they can put on the inside of their collar.
To be honest, Bill, the police are not giving me much confidence, so if you would like to hurry, what are you doing to me right now?
Just putting this.
Oh my goodness.
There.
What is the order of the what?
Don't take it off.
I have one of these at home. We sell these at the front.
And in all future adventures, the spot hidden check for
Yeah.
the lion pin that Nigel wears has
Nice.
always been failed.
Where?
It's just. It's just
Right there.
Right there.
Oh.
What
Fastened,
pray tell, what are
broken.
we going to do about this young, exposed and vulnerable lad?
He's all up for it. He's not, other than the hug, which was unexpected.
And the
completely out of
crying.
character.
That's what really got him. It was like it wasn't so much that like I'm ready for a fight, and it's just like
He's
this
kind
man
of,
hugs him and
Yeah,
cries.
he was up for anything, and you know, he broke into a police station and stole a piece of evidence without a bat of an eyelid. And then
But
Is
a
he,
crying man just
yeah,
beat
yeah,
him.
but being
Just beat
being
him.
hugged by a member of the aristocracy was kind of like.
Is the lady holding his hands too as well still?
No, look, they've kind of that was the whole. Are you okay? Was kind of dealt with very, very quickly. If you want to,
Have you checked where your wallet is?
I've got his hand in mine, so
If you
you
want
can't
to slip
steal my
away,
wallet.
if you want to slip
I'm
away
very
now,
sorry,
that's
but
fine.
I would highly encourage you to come and take a look
Okay,
at
do
this.
you-
Yes.
Do you slip away?
Yeah.
Can you give me spot hidden rolls, please?
I kind of want to see what
Yep.
happens with the Chris knife, but yeah, I'll
Yep.
do that.
I have spot hidden.
Come
Can
on,
I say I'm not even looking? I'm just
You're not
talking. I'm
bothering?
trying to make sure that everyone's got
You're
their
putting
pin.
on pins. Yep.
Come on, niggity doo.
You notice that Celeste is hanging at the back, as does Bill. But Bill kind of knows. You kind of get the sense that Bill recognises that there is business that you need to take care of,
Right.
and that there's no place in the plan as constructed for, you know, there are no women pretending to be the Ripper.
Right. So he's gonna stay
If
with.
you want to go, it doesn't look like he's going to say anything or stop you.
Okay, but he's not gonna come with me.
No.
He's not hanging back to.
No.
Maybe he just needs some business.
Maybe.
He's checking you out.
It's very- Up for a
Did
bit.
you
What-
pass as well?
No, he,
Nope.
Okay, it's just
he
me.
didn't look. So what do you want to do?
I will hang back slightly.
Okay.
Are you
So the rest of you will carry on.
wanting
with,
to go
Nigel.
somewhere?
I want to go. I want to go back to the police station. I've had an idea. It's not a very. It's not a very good one, but I think it might help us.
Okay. Are you gonna meet up with us later?
Yeah, I'll meet you. Where could we?
Who's got an idea? Give me
Can
an
I-
idea roll.
Can I just say at this moment?
Listen,
I said,
there's a pub just down on such and such street. Meet us there.
Like-
I don't know how long it'll take us to get those ridiculous costumes from that
When he mentions
costume-
costumes, you make the connection that if you're going to use the cab, you'll be able to take the cab to the police station, get what you want, and then go to the costumes in the same amount of time as it would take to walk to the costumes. So you're not going to lose any time. if
Oh,
you
we'll
go
probably
by
have to hail a cab if it's
No, you've got-
November in
You've got
London,
You've got
surely.
You've got a handsome cab.
No, isn't that
I'm
what
going to take it there.
he's
Yeah, but if you do yours
Okay.
and go to the costumes, you'll be able to do both of those in the time that it would have taken them to walk to the costumes.
Okay, cool. We'll organise a rendezvous.
We'll see you at the
Okay.
costume shop.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can I just say at
Alright,
this time I'm just like
I'll meet up with him.
Order of the Lion, and I put it on your inside of you like.
Yeah.
Inappropriate
Oh,
contact.
That would be my brassiere.
I
And
said, and firmly
head down
attached.
to
So when you enter down into this Aztec area that you were in earlier this morning with the broken glass. Broken glass is all gone. There's a gap of a glass panel that isn't there anymore. And the third, before there were the 3 knife pins. So there was a blade, a gap, and a blade. There is now 3 blades, and the third blade that was missing before is back, and it is encrusted in oxidized copper, and looks like it's never been moved.
Kippy and I go over and have a close look and see if there's that sort of intricate pattern that we saw in our dreams.
So, with the crustaceans that are on the blade, they're
Actual crustaceans?
yeah, like it's
What do they call it? Patina or something?
yeah, patinas when it's
Okay, not sea crustaceans.
no.
With tentacles.
That's when you put vinegar on a blade.
Generally, when it oxidizes, there'll be the greenish copper oxide that comes out of it. They don't want to get too much of that off in case it's actually eating away at the raw product of the thing. So sometimes you get the coins that have just got like a greeny patina on them, and you can see all the detail. But sometimes there's more on it that
Calcification.
could actually disguise it. But do you want to give me a investigation?
Yes.
What are we going to do? What?
That would be
I have history.
Probably
and-
archaeology, but that's not something you've probably got much in. Has anyone got anything in archaeology?
well, I got 1%.
Yeah,
so that's about as good as my
Everyone's
Cthulhu.
got 1%.
Art and craft.
Could be
I
art and
have
craft.
appraise.
Appraise, yeah.
Can I try that?
Yep. And you're making
failed.
your way in the...
Yes.
I failed.
I failed.
Cool. What do we got? Where's appraise?
Can I charm Nigel?
I'd like to touch the blade
6. Okay.
and then lick it.
With a roll of 3. When you touch the
What
blade.
is that?
That was Xanathar.
With a roll of 3, Jill reaches forward with a fingernail.
Hang on. So who?
So there was Bill and Jill was the one who'd seen
Oh,
Catherine
the
Eddowes.
NPCs.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
She reaches forward with a long fingernail,
The NPCs get a roll.
and she
It's a Murray game. I've forgotten Murray does NPCs.
So as you are about to touch the blade, sort of like
explodes.
your finger is going out to touch it, you're bending in, looking for these
She
symbols.
dies. And it's just like,
Her
ooh,
fingernail
thank
sort of
goodness.
gets in front of your finger and flicks
Can I just say, I
the
imagine
crustacean,
Disappears.
and it flakes off. So it was like a perfect forgery of age.
Oh.
Where your finger is about to land is shiny, bright bronze. Yeah. And at the same time, you can see the edge of several symbols.
Wow.
Can I just say, I love
Oh
that
my goodness me.
this fingernail comes in. And
That's
just,
why I have NPCs roll.
Trap!
Can I just say, I really
So
love that
do
it
you,
goes like this.
does your
but
finger keep going?
No, it's trap.
It was a race. You guys like this. I can imagine it's just literally like a race. You guys like 2 fingers. And she beats you, scratches it, and you touch.
Because she had a longer
Yeah.
fingernail. So your finger is poised.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I wonder if this is meant to be put here as a trap of some kind. I don't say it to you.
Well, it seems to be just it's coded in some
You
coding that
reckon-
makes it look old, but it
So
looks
who-
shiny new.
Who saw the symbols in their dream?
I think he did.
Can't
You did,
remember.
and I think you had a sense of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Can you give me, John?
If only we
Yeah.
had a record that you could look back on.
Yes.
Like a video record.
Has anyone
Such
watched
a
this
shame.
more recently than we played?
I did. I always watch the videos before we play.
I'm wondering how.
Sorry.
If I had the internet,
Can you give me a power?
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
just give
I'd
me
be
a
without
power?
internet
Sure.
for 1 month.
I
Power.
failed.
Power.
You feel the blade
I'm.
is pulling your finger towards the uncrusted part.
Okay, well, I failed, so I let it
you
happen.
touch it, and you
Die.
Can you give me a sanity roll?
Oh. Well, you
I failed.
You
Hang on,
failed
which is,
bad.
hang on. Yeah, no, I did fail. Because
Jeez, take 6.
everyone thinks I had sanity.
Take Cthulhu sanity on the
6.
Cthulhu dice.
D6 or 6?
6.
No, 6.
I roll. Was I meant to be rolling?
Roll of
power?
willpower, yeah, because you're
I
looking
got
into.
3.
Tiny.
You
It's
Resist.
normal size.
Yeah. But you feel a pull. Right? What you feel, John.
It's because I'm assured by the sweaty hand of,
Yep.
of Kip.
Yes. You feel.
Have you not let go of his hand
Of
yet?
course not. I've got to take care of him.
He's
forever
tried,
now.
but yeah, he's like trying to pull away, but not happening. You feel like the blood that joined with your saliva when you licked the postcard, wherever it is in your body, so on your tongue, slightly bits on your cheek, a little bit down your esophagus, and then into your stomach, is kind of burning as it connects with the blade itself. All right? So it's like that blood's boiling inside you, and it's like it's traveling from its parts to try and reconnect with this blade.
I'm going to embrace the pain
Okay.
Ooh.
and grab the handle of the knife.
So you're gonna, okay. Cool. With your other hand or with this hand? So
With
this
that
hand's-
hand. With that hand.
With that hand?
Yeah.
So grab the handle or grab the blade where it is.
What's
dramatic.
I think I'd maybe grab the
I think you probably grab it where it's touching.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think probably.
Okay.
What's Nigel doing?
Can you all give me spot hidden rolls? Not for you, unfortunately, because you're somewhere else.
Is Nigel like?
You don't want me doing
F out?
spaghetti.
No,
No,
you're doing that. Yeah. Failed. Okay, you do. You're in your willpower and sweaty hand
Thanks,
holding.
buddies.
Yep. Did you fail too? Cool.
I failed, but then when I put the dice down,
You're
I rolled
like,
a 6.
oh, I wonder
so-
where this pin should go.
I'm like,
Oh."
order of the lions. What we do when we meet, we say, rah,
Yeah,
rah.
so helpful.
So you put your hand over the blade. The crustaceans around the blade fall away under your fingers. The blade cuts your hand, and you feel the blood from the tasting that you had race out onto the blade, and you sort of feel no, it's not because you're embracing it, because you're giving it. It's kind of like a sigh of
Oh,
It's like, sorry, can you do that again? Hi. There you go.
so like there's this, and you're
Release.
unsure whether the satisfaction is from the blood or if the satisfaction is from the knife that's connected to the blood.
yeah.
But yeah,
You're turning
there's
into Jack
like
the Ripper, like-
a release. You get a flash of a group of long coated, top hat wearing acolytes kind of gathered around, for lack of a better word, an altar, and there are this horrific image of body parts on the altar, arranged in kind of a 5-pointed star. So there are
The elder
parts
sign.
of a kidney, part of a heart, part of a liver, part of a lung, and they're chanting. You can't make out the chant, but there's you get the sense that whatever it is close, and it's going to be complete soon. And then the blade throws you out, like the blood's been burned off, and it sort of ejects you from it.
I don't get a sense of where to go to.
kind of, for lack of a better term, interdimensional space. But for it's kind of a timeless zone where this happens. But you get the sense of it's a gathering. It's tonight, which is
In the fog.
a few hours time.
Do I get a sense of the fog attached to that at all?
No, but there isn't that sense of a place. There's a sense of an unplace.
An unplace.
So, can you give me an ideas roll?
Yeah.
I sure can try.
As you're thrown back from the blade.
No, I didn't.
You don't get the idea, but you're
No.
thrown back from the blade. You kind of blast your way through this crowd, and they're sort of looking at the blade, looking at you. You've kind of been thrown backwards.
Otherworldly kind of like power throws me back kind of
Yeah,
level.
basically, and gives you. Oh man, these numbers
One.
are so hard to read. One. Thank you, sir.
French.
1 hit point damage as you clunk your head into
Hit-
the
Oh.
cabinet behind.
Oh,
Oh.
are
And
you
they
alright?
come gather round you whilst you are recovering. You have clip-clopped your way to
The police station.
And you've made there's some nods and some, you're known as a.
No,
as an informant.
she's known, all right.
Well, she's known and she's known.
And I've picked up some laudanum on the way, or
Yeah,
from one of the
laudanum's an easy,
Very easy.
thing to find.
Okay.
Yep.
I go and find my cousin.
Okay, he's at his desk scribbling madly.
And I,
Like literal madly, like just
No,
singing.
no. He's writing
Careful
down.
how you phrase things.
I was going to say,
Nick.
you know the game we're playing.
Okay, so
Dog
he's
soft.
yeah. Sorry.
Oh, hang on.
With his own feces.
Consanguination.
He's scribbling Cthulhu-ly. He's scribbling quickly, trying to get all his ideas down around the information that he was given by Bill, which is nowhere near as amount of information that you got. So he should have stayed, but well.
He's not known for his practicality.
what's his name again?
Your
I
cousin.
don't think we've actually given him a name.
Davis?
Jonathan. Let's say Jonathan Davis.
Jonathan.
'Cause
I
that's
love
like
it
the
when
most
you name
common-
people after people that are in this room.
That's right.
Let's call him
Davies.
Murray.
Andrew.
Andrew's Andrew.
No,
Andrew's
no,
fine.
Jonathan's good.
No, Andrew's a name that
No,
if you
call
didn't-
him something
if you were a
else.
DM
Okay,
and
call
you
him
didn't
something
know what his name was.
Barty.
Barty's
Barty.
Bartholomew. He is Bartholomew Davis. Sorry, John.
Has he got two in the group already?
We should be naming everybody.
Bros,
Different forms of John.
bros.
Let's call him Jono.
I rush up to him and I say, Jonathan, Barty,
My God.
Barty.
He scribbles madly. My
Make an
name
ideas
is
roll,
Jonathan.
Derek.
That's your other cousin.
Sorry, Bartholomew. Have you got a moment? I would like to have another look at some of the evidence that you found, the bloody letters that the Ripper was sending on.
Yeah, bloody letters is right.
Hang
on.
I think I've got an idea.
Oh. All right. Tell me.
Oh,
He's shuffling.
I don't want to disturb you. I know that you're tracking down some people. If I could just grab that, and I'll come back and I'll tell you what I'm doing if I can figure it out.
Trust me, I'm a
What?
prostitute.
You're gonna? What do you mean? Come back?
Well, I'll go into a room and just with a bit of privacy, if that would be okay. Just I don't want to read them out here in the the hustle and the bustle and everybody walking around.
All right. Okay. Give me a persuade roll.
Yeah.
He says to you.
25.
You. Let's it.
Hard success.
Sweet. All right. Now, there you go. He gives you a sheaf.
Yep.
Do you take the whole lot or just the one?
No, I just take the one that I know that
Okay.
worked for him.
Cool. Oh,
Um,
just the one.
Well, I think this is the key.
All right. I hope you let me in on your plan.
Oh, if it works, absolutely.
Be careful.
I don't know if this is going to work because I think John's figured out exactly what I wanted to figure out already. But
Okay.
Do you know what the best part is? They go back into that room and it's like covered, like you've like cut yourself and blood
Yeah,
written
that's
on the
right.
wall.
well,
You're
it's
like,
probably
you come in and you just like got 4 eyes now, and everyone's
There
like,
aren't that many players who play Call of Cthulhu. I became the elder sign. What happened to you in Call of Cthulhu? Did you go insane? Oh no.
No.
Much better than that.
Much better. I now rule the world.
you see,
I
My
ushered-
blood decorated the universe.
I ushered in Cthulhu to the material plane.
I was the direct portal in which Cthulhu came through me.
How are we doing for time?
How are we going for time?
I know it pretty well.
All right.
That is not the answer we want.
I
You know
will.
what? Go to a story element, then we'll
Time
go for
is
a run.
very, you know.
Cthulhu's coming. Let's be honest, we're all going to be his slaves.
I think we can. Yeah. I think we can
Okay.
go for 15 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
So I find a room where they interrogate people
Yep,
or
yep.
something like that. Or
Yeah, there's lots of little
All right.
questioning rooms. Yep.
Can I
yep.
just say, I hope
Can I
there's a
lock
guy
the
in
door?
there. There's a guy in there who's like, hi, are you the officer? Just
Yes,
like,
I
Oh,
am.
give me a luck roll.
Yeah.
And you just like, he just sits there in the corner, he's like, I just
16?
You got. So is your luck that the room is empty, or is your luck that there is a?
No, I want an empty room. I
You
guess.
want to? You get a lucky room. You get an empty room.
Where
A
is-
lucky room.
A lucky
Where is
room.
luck on here? 65. Okay.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
What's your plan?
So my plan is to take the laudanum.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And-
Anything that starts with that is just going to go
Can I just say,
really well.
I'd love it if there was a guy in there sitting there and you're just like got the drugs and you're like going and like
I do
doing
my
a...
drugs at the police station.
It was a pleasure
All right,
palace
you,
in
you,
Kubla
you
Khan.
drink the laudanum.
And now I'm going
You drink
to sniff.
Sniff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work,
Yeah, you look.
I'm going to
look.
lick
It's got a slight coppery, that bloody tang that you get from
Blood.
blood.
Well done, Murray.
Come on, you should not
Ben,
make-
have
I
one of
used
those
up all my
ones.
words.
Can I
Maybe
just
you did
say,
a pathway
what
one of
word,
those
what
ones.
word did you use at the
What it
beginning of
was.
this evening?
It's brilliant.
And what did you just use then?
Bloody blood. The blood smell of blood.
Isn't it irony, not coppery?
Oh,
Anyway, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yes.
You always
right.
said-
I think it's the copper. The copper's the thing that gives off the.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was iron.
You know? Yep, nothing, but not nothing. No.
Oh, sorry, it sounds a bit over the
Deeper
top then.
connection.
So I
Sorry. La, 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 la.
give it a lick.
Okay. Your
Now I can go
tongue.
too
Can you give me a sanity roll as soon as your tongue touches the blood?
No.
Can you take? Only one. You take one, and immediately you get the same vision that John had and communicated to you before. That you see again the murder and it being happening, and that you're part of it, and it's happening, and it's communicating through.
I would
you.
like to look into the eyes of the victim
See reflection.
and see if I can see my reflection.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. So you see, firstly, a look of abject horror and terror, and of trust betrayed.
Aha.
Okay. Then, absolutely, you see the outline of a top hat. You see the sort of the lapels of a coat,
I was about to say a lion. It was like
and then you see, before you can start to make out facial features, so it's sort of like it's slowly becoming visible, and so you see a neck and a chin line, and you're just about to get discernible features, and then you see a whole series of other top hats and coats start to join, like watching from behind, and your vision fades out.
Right. Well, that was worth it, I think.
Yep.
What happens when I sort of come to? When I
It take you lose
Hours, wouldn't it?
sense.
4 to
of-
6 hours, actually. I just looked it up.
Oh, right. So in a what sort of state?
Well, it's basically opium for like morphine.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's 4 to 6 hours of feeling really good.
But not.
The effects
Not
begin
comatose,
within
though.
15 to 60 minutes and last 4 to 6 hours.
I love that you're like,
And is it? It's not completely debilitating.
it's
Cool. So this happened. You did this quickly.
yeah.
So having taken.
I
more
can
than-
read it out to you if you'd like.
Well, we've got. How long does it take?
You know, it can be used to treat diarrhea.
Excellent.
I'm not
So
sure.
if your character's feeling diarrhea,
I love that you're like,
Feeling
you
a
know
bit
what?
loose.
Really fixed myself. My stomach's really good.
So you said between 15 to 60 minutes to take effect.
yeah, 15, yeah, and 16.
Oh.
So you know you've got a few.
But how did you take it?
she drank it?
She
Yeah.
drank it. So I'd say it would take a little bit longer than normal, because if you smoked it, it probably would be quicker.
Yeah, if you ingested.
Or
it.
injected it.
Yeah.
So you know you've got about an hour to get back to
Before
your
you're
friends,
feeling
and then you know you're essentially
gonna be
gone
stoned
Oh.
until.
for a long time.
Well, it's it's
For
mid-afternoon.
the rest of Friday, almost.
Well, it's mid-afternoon.
Right.
So it's maybe.
I love how we think things work the
It's
certain
about
way,
1
and then we
o'clock.
go, oh yeah.
It's about 1 o'clock. You're out of it until 5, maybe
Can
6.
I not take the full dose? Can I just take a?
You could have if you'd said that.
I think
Quaffed it?
you. Yeah.
It's drops. You take drops, like 3
Oh.
drops. Or
You
4
took
drops.
you took a dose. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So you know, and
Because you wanted to enter a state of being drugged.
Yes.
Yeah,
didn't you?
and your sacrifice was that you knew that this would be happening.
Yep.
But you don't know that this meeting that these guys have seen will be tonight, which will be after you come back. But you now need to make your way to the rendezvous point as quickly as possible in the hansom cab to meet these guys.
I'm going to write down everything that I can about.
Back the bus.
No. Everything that I
My
can
writing's the
know
same.
about
Cool.
my vision.
All right. Are you going to tell?
There is a
Last
little
one.
caveat to this as well, is
Mm.
that it's possible that you take it regularly.
Right.
Which is possible that
Well, I think
you're
probably
not
still
as
walk this
this doesn't affect you as much as it might affect someone who doesn't take it very often. So someone nowadays who isn't a regular user would probably hit them really hard.
Like
whereas
Yeah.
whereas in those days, maybe opium was used to treat quite frequently, and prostitutes maybe would have taken it
Okay.
even more frequently.
And for diarrhea.
Give me a
For diarrhea.
Give me a
So,
constitution roll.
so I don't know if
Oh.
it's a possibility that Derek
Here's the roll.
might be a more
45?
frequent
And your
user.
con is.
50?
So you use it. You're not a regular. You don't want to be out of it that often. But yeah. So let's say
So it's possible he could function a bit
let's
better
say
than most.
1d4 hours to
Okay,
write you off. 2
2 hours.
2 hours you're written off for. So you're going to be back on board around 3. Do you tell Barty?
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy, I'm
What?
really
Dude,
good.
you wouldn't believe what I just seen.
Stoned on opium.
No, I go back and I say, I'm sorry, buddy. It's not what we're looking for. I'm very sorry. Here is it back. I don't.
Thanks, Celeste. Well, anything at this point in time.
Let
Take
me.
care of yourself.
You look at your eyes,
Gives
you're just
you
like
he
the
gives
most
you a
bloodshot eyes you've ever seen. She's like,
Hang on.
He's
let me
seen it
lost.
100
holding-
times.
He's also
He
a
would
little,
know.
He's a bit distracted by his work, and he rolls.
13.
Oh, he absolutely notices that you're.
Yeah.
Well, I whisk myself out of there as quickly as I can.
Bumping into things.
His take care of yourself is kind of like,
Take care of
yeah,
yourself.
like, oh,
you go and like you run into a bin and you're like, I'm so sorry, and then you run into a pilot cabinet like, I didn't
You
see you
get
there.
And then I run into a hat stand and I
Right, give me-
scream.
Don't touch me! Don't you touch me!
give me a dex roll. You're making way down the stairs.
72, no.
You
I don't.
trip down the stairs,
Oh, Celeste.
and the
no.
handsome cab driver, who's looking far dapper,
He's dressed.
far more dapper than he ever was before.
Can
You're
I just-
sure?
He's
Can,
got
can I just
blades.
say,
Beautiful.
He's-
Have you got
he-
Lordman goggles
He
on?
basically picks you up and puts you into the cab.
he's got like moustache wax.
Yeah.
And one of the
He's-
stops has been really working it in, and he's got like a little top hat he's got on, and like
And there's
I freak
Lucy
out.
in the Sky Red
Yeah,
Diamonds.
he's
Yeah,
cashed up.
yeah.
He's like he paid him, so it's not like
Yeah.
it's even on credit. He's
Oh, I thought
got-
you were just saying
yeah.
in her vision.
No,
No.
Well, in his vision, he's even more amazing than he is.
You've
because
never
he's
seen a man more handsome.
in his cab.
Oh! I thrust the note into his hands, and I say, "Give this to my friends. I'm gonna have a little sleep now in the back."
Right, Charlotte?
You know what? Let's see how loyal.
Can we break that?
Yeah, I'm about to
Yes,
say. Let's see
yes.
how after the break how loyal the cab driver is, and how much you can get away for a pound.
As the cab driver puts on his shabby
His top hat.
hat.
We'll be back right after these commercials.